the girls have had a tough pre-season so far, and it's a long pre-season for them as well. And to have the season upon us now in the next kind of couple of weeks, all their hard work I'm sure will come to the front, and they'll have a great year again. And nights like this are special because we've never done this before in the girls' game. We've never had this. It's only going to improve. It's only going to get better. And to have nights like this, like I've mentioned, is special. And to see you all in there with your families and smiling away, signing contracts, and you'll have them memories for life. So me as your head coach, it's a really proud moment for me as well. I've been coaching, it's my second year now, and to have a special group and coach this special group, it's not lost on me. I've loved every minute so far.
I was made aware of an article, and it was something that it was women's rugby league history I wasn't aware of, and there's not that much I've not been part of, as Paige will point out. I'm about 50 years old, so I'm usually part of most of it. But it was really inspiring to have somebody who was part of history making themselves, but the opportunities just weren't there for them. And I think it'd be really nice to hear from our special guest, Heather Lancaster, around what it means to her to see the first women to be paid at this club, because she was part of that original group who were told they couldn't play for this club, so they started up a team. She was a driving force of that, and she was told that actually you can't, for health and safety reasons, because we're women and we just can't do that. And now we're doing that for you. So I saw an article where you said you'd love to meet us and say how proud you are of us. I'd love to invite you up to talk to us on today.
Well, firstly, I'm honoured. I'd like to thank Matty, Mike, Jodie, the club. My association with rugby league was way back, and we did everything to begin. Any players who was having testimonials, we'd go on the ground, sell the raffle tickets. We'd help out downstairs with bingo nights. And then eventually Jeff Sutcliffe, who was secretary at the time, asked us to go in. Would we do five-a-side? Heather, will you build me a team for five-a-sides? It's a knockout and everything. And then after a little while, a certain group of us all said, why don't we have a go? What could possibly go wrong? And we did. We trained. We had a full team. We had loose forward for me, kicking, coaching, doing everything. And eventually they let us train on the front pitch, or we trained at Ruskin Drive. They let me practice me kicking out on a touch on the first team at Knowsley Road. And I could kick from halfway, from touchline, not blowing my own trumpet, but yes I could. And then we put it to the club. We said, look, we've got a group of girls, we'd love to have a go. Go under the name of St.Helens Ladies. Right, okay, put it to the board. Yeah, give it a try, why not? And they did, and they let us train more, they provided kits, and everything was going great. We was going to play a team called Warrington Ladies. They was getting all the promo out, posters, everything. And then all of a sudden, I was called into the boardroom. Sat there with all Eddie Castins and everybody, and we're sorry Heather, it can't go ahead. Why? We can't get you insured. I felt like I'd had my heart ripped out. I coached the girls and then I had to let them down, and it was words fail me, really fail me. I've been watching the girls come along, and I am super proud of y'all. Not just for playing as a team, but for the ones who's going on to internationals. I'm jealous, I'm frustrated, but above all, I am proud.
Just really quickly, it's a great occasion, and I think as a club we're really proud that we're at this stage. I'll never get up here and tell you that I thought it would happen this quick. I've regularly spoke to Em and to Jodie, and I've said at times it does feel like we're going quicker than we can maybe handle, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. And we'll get things wrong along the way when you go that quick, and I get frustrated with that because I don't like to get it wrong. I'd much rather it all be planned out. I have a lot of OCD as well as ADHD and a few other things, so I've got the full kit and caboodle, so I like to be in control, and it feels at times like we're having to run really, really fast and we're not quite sure where we're going. Paying the girls is really important. but getting better at medical, getting better at facilities, getting better, which we have done with meal prep and nutrition. We're really, really proud of the girls. I think as a club we did everything we could last year for the trip to Wembley. Rudgy moaned and moaned and moaned till she got a suit. First class coach travel. I think she had a suite instead of a room. So we really tried to treat the ladies' final just as we would treat the men's final, including staying at the same hotel and trying to run it as professional as we would do the men. It symbolised the commitment that we have as a club and the commitment that the girls make to us. Everybody turns up for training, everybody gives the best despite it not always being the best environment. And I can think back to a couple of years ago when they were probably having to train out with Deck Hardman at some flung out place in Birkenwood. But we know that we will continue to get better in all areas, but it's just going to be that journey. We'll continue to do everything we can.
Let's have a big year. It's a great night, enjoy the night. Enjoy the event next week, and let's have a big 2024. I think we had a great year last year, but there's loads more in us, girls. We've signed well again. We've got a couple of good girls in. We're another year on, and I think we're only destined for good things again this year. So
no pressure, Jodie, this year, but I'm 65 on June the 8th, which is Wembley Day, so no pressure, none at all. And now your next step, which to get paid, making you semi-professionals. That to me is the biggest step. All the technology now that's involved, from the gum shields and everything else, and the physios, it's stuff that dreams are made of. And all I can say to each and every one of you, don't stop believing. On a proud note, what the club's doing and what Rugby League's doing, and I'm so, as you can tell, super emotional, and I wish you all the best.
I'd just like, if we can get all of the players to come up, I'm sure you can agree that is brilliant to hear from Heather and her story, and everything we're doing now, it's not just for us, it's for all the little girls to come, but it's also for all the women before us who never got these opportunities. So if we can invite all the players up to the stage so we can have a photograph, and we've got a little gift for you as well.
Yeah, I've got Jodie on board now, and she's under pressure to help raise the game, and then off the back of that to help us raise the profile and the funding that comes with it. I think Jodie will agree with me, she's seen firsthand. Lots and lots of people tell you how good women's sport is. Lots and lots of people tell you how they want to be in women's sport. And when you go and knock on the door and ask them to help out with women's sport, suddenly you find that the door actually doesn't open and you don't get an answer. So we know that there's still some challenges, but we're not deterred by that, and we're not scared of challenge. This club's always had challenges. For the Mad Saints fans, you'll know from the time when we were at Knowsley Road to build the stadium that we're in today, it was a constant challenge for 11 years. So things, in fact, I think it's what makes us. I think we like to be the underdogs. I think we like to not have it our own way. And it would be lovely to go back to Wembley, and it would be lovely to try and win the Super League. And look, I'm not going to apologise for setting our standards that high. And the girls might sit there thinking, I remember Amy a couple of years ago, you don't want much. Well, that's what we do want, and we're not going to shy away from wanting that. Doesn't mean we'll get it, but that's where we aim. And it's no different with the men, it's no different with the reserves or the academy. We want to be the best, and we'll do everything that we can to support you along that journey.